And welcome back to the Texas Private School Podcast. I'm your host, Walker Lott. I'm here down in Fort Bend, just watched some 7-on-7 action, and now here at the home of the Fort Bend Christian Eagles. Thank y'all for having me. Let's start us off. Just go down the line, say your name, grade, and what position you play. So you can start us off.
My name is Brady Dever. I'm a sophomore, 2023, and I play quarterback.
I'm Grant Harrelson. I play middle linebacker, class of 2022, and I'm a junior.
I'm Ryan Morrison. I play safety, class of 2022 as well.
I'm James Donovan. I'm a sophomore. I play receiver and safety.
Coach Black, thank you for having me too.
Yeah, absolutely. Mikasa Sukasa.
Let's start us off. How's the summer going? This is probably the biggest time for just that camaraderie, getting to know each other, just working out all the summer. How excited? Because I'm guessing I think y'all just had your graduation, right, a couple days ago or yesterday, something like that.
Yesterday.
So how excited are you to get into this summer, start these workouts, and just the overall just process getting into the next season? You can start us off.
Yeah, we're real excited. We just finished spring ball last week, and we're starting summer workouts Monday. Continuing on, going week by week, just taking it day by day.
Absolutely. GL?
Nothing short of excited. Bringing in some new guys. Looking forward to getting some work in with them. We're also getting some renovations done on the weight room. Excited to see that on Monday when we start. And yeah.
I'm very excited as well to grow closer over 7-on-7 and through Coach Black's workouts.
And then, they kind of said it all. But along with just getting new guys, just young guys, getting them kind of in the program, letting them kind of know how we do it at Fort Bend Christian.
You said Coach Black's workouts. I'm guessing that's a pretty tough thing to do.
They can be.
Yeah?
Depends when we have plate runs or not.
I don't think it's that hard at all.
Something that, I went and watched y'all's game against Regents last year in the playoffs, not the result y'all wanted. Coach, you can start us off and y'all can add on. Talk about this last season. What did those seniors mean to you as a coach from last season? And just overall, just your thoughts on last season as a whole.
Oh, it was a great group of guys. Gonna miss them. I'm an offensive line guy, so losing three guys that are going to go on to play Division I football is always going to make a huge impact. But I think the team going forward is just going to be kind of a shift. I think we'll be more skill position heavy this year. So it'll be a different looking team, different type of team. But either way, I'm excited every year. We are going to get after it this summer. We want to be competitive. And the thing that I told the team after Regents, when you look at the two teams out on the field, athletically, not much difference in the two teams. It's what's between the ears that needs to change for us. So we want to really pound in, just competitive nature. We want to be more aggressive at every position on the field, and we just want to get better physically, but we want to get better mentally as well.
Absolutely. That's something we were talking about earlier. Y'all shifted from maybe a really senior-heavy team to more now y'all are kind of young, 23s and, 22s are kind of having to step up. Talk about that. Y'all can talk about it first and then you can add on, of course. Talk about that kind of shift because, it's a more younger team. So how excited are you to having to step up to the challenge and all of that? You can start us off, or anyone who has any idea.
I'll start us off. Well, first of all, talking about kind of the senior group we had last year. A lot of those guys, JD, Solomon, Remy, we've looked up to them. Kind of, they've been our role models. So now it's kind of shifting and us becoming those leaders, and kind of showing the younger guys, like I mentioned earlier, kind of just kind of putting ourselves in their shoes, in the shoes of like the older guys, and just kind of being a leader,
Absolutely.
You got to be careful putting on other people's shoes because of fungus.
It makes.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else to add? Talk about that. How having to step up to the plate this year. How excited are you to be like having to step up and having other guys step up who haven't really played a lot this past couple of years?
I would say we're more than ready to take on the challenge. I think the challenges that we're going to be faced with this year, whether on the field or off the field, I think we're going to face it the right way with the right mentality. Ever since Coach Black's coming in as a head coach, he came in my sophomore year. it's been something that's been preached as a culture change, and I think that really took place last year. And I think this is really that first year where it's set in stone, this winning culture that we're established, and it's rooted in the younger guys first, and it shows throughout the upper classes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about, just as your ability as a quarterback then. Talk about what do you think that makes you special to lead this team for the next couple of years?
Well, there's a lot of we have a lot of weapons. So if I do my job and they do their job, we can be really special. So if we're all clicking and if we're all doing our job, then we'll be real good.
You see, that's the typical quarterback answer, helping the team and all that,
Very humble.
Right, absolutely. Going to y'all, if I turn on your film, how would you describe yourself as a player?
I would say aggressive. I like to hit people. Simple as that. I like to make tackles, like to fly around. And I mean, that's kind of it. I mean,
right. No. I think that's point blank simple. Going to you?
I'm always around the football and provide a lot of help in the run support and in the secondary as well sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to you?
I think I'm pretty versatile, right? And so I say that because my freshman year I was primarily a receiver, but I think I played a lot of safety as well. I think I played linebacker,
played
D end one play.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mid tackle.
Hey, there you go.
But I think in this past year I played primarily safety, but I think this coming year is more offense, but I don't really know.
Don't look at me.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's
gonna play
versatile.
offense.
Let's do this again. We'll start with you, and then we can go around, and then Coach, you can add on. One of the reasons we do this is talk about guys who don't really get a lot of the credit or around a lot of the recognition, all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? So, who's a guy you're excited for to step up to the challenge on this team that doesn't really get the big name or anything like that? Who's a guy that really is impactful to this team?
I'm just gonna go and say Zuber.
yeah,
He's-
that's what I was gonna say.
He's this big guy, but he makes big plays as well. And I don't think he gets as much recognition as he deserves. But I'm excited for what he's going to do this season.
Yeah, another one it was a transfer that we had come in, Brian Domino. He'll be all over the field. He'll be making plays every game. So that's a guy we're real excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to you? Y'all too?
I would say Noah Brooks. He's a very fast guy, track guy, great athlete, and he got so much better throughout the year. Last season.
Absolutely. You have any?
Staying on the topic of transfers like Domino, we have a secondary player coming in named Bryce Grays out of George Ranch High School. And you turn on his film and he's everywhere. He's taking on offensive linemen, making them look silly, popping people in their mouth. It's amazing to watch. And he's gonna be special for us this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to you now, Coach. You see it from a different perspective of these guys. So who are some guys last year that kind of stood out to you as like kind of those guys that really helped this team win, that were kind of under the radar? And then who's a guy or two that you're excited for to step up next year?
Guys that I'm excited for, I think if, out there on the field today, I think Ben Longbottom made a pretty amazing interception as a cornerback. So that really impressed me. If he continues to do stuff like that, man, he'll be a fantastic football player. James Donovan over here, he missed a lot of the season due to a shoulder injury. So, with him as big as he is, I'm really excited to see what he does on Friday nights. Grant Harrelson, the way he played at the end of the year, if that same linebacker shows up to play next year, he'll be a unanimous All-State linebacker. So, not just that, but watching Brady develop, I think he played his best football under the most pressure last year against Second Baptist, so that's always an encouraging thing. And Mr. Morrison right here, he can versatility. He can play corner, he can play linebacker, he can play safety, he can do it all defensively, and he's got good hands if we need to roll him in on offense too. So it's good to have that. And I got to add, seeing today Manny catch the ball. He had some good catches. So, lot of potential at the skill positions. So, I don't want to. Who am I leaving out? Oh, young kid Max Granville.
Yeah.
He's going to be scary. I'll just leave it at that. I'll let people find out what he's going to be like. You have to get a ticket to
the show.
Yeah.
We'll go into this then. We'll do like kind of like we're gonna do like superlatives. Let you talk about your team a little bit, have some good times. We'll start off with this. Who's the guy on the team where like when it's like supposed to be really really serious and all that? Like who's the guy on the team that can never take anything seriously?
Jalen.
On
No,
this
no.
team, and last year, it was Solomon
probably
last year.
Solomon Cole.
This year,
Probably James. Is it James?
I don't
James
think
can be
so.
serious, but like he's always in a joking mood.
Who's the guy for you, coach, that you're always just like, it's always, you got time for practice, but like this guy just, you know how it is. Like he keeps it light here and there when you kind of need it.
Well, number one, every time Ben Longbottom steps on the field, he has a full, huge smile on his face. Like, even when he's covering, like, he's just smiling. And you got to talk to him, he's smiling. You got to yell at him, he's smiling. He just always smiles. So, I don't know what that's all about. It's kind of weird sometimes, but he's just smiling. So, he's the first one that...
Answering your question, Matthew Brown, Brownie.
Yeah.
They- just looking at him, you'll laugh. No, it's just like
It's just funny.
you
in
can't take
everything.
him serious.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, kind of flip it. Who's the guy on the team then, like, when everyone's jacking, have a good time, but who's the super serious dude on the team?
It's me.
Grant
Yeah,
Harrelson.
Him
It's
or
me.
Ivan.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's probably me.
And Cliff.
Yeah.
Big Monday guy.
It's probably me.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Being just hard-headed, just like, here, let's go. Let's get to work.
Cliff has a special voice that he saves for Friday night, and he usually.
Is that the guy with the...
He was a center today.
Got you. Gotcha.
Well, anyways, it's not just Friday night voice anymore. It's turned into a daily thing.
Yeah.
So
Always lets us know.
he's
Yeah,
gonna have
constantly
some-
letting us know what day it is. It's always morning to Cliff. It could be afternoon spring ball, and Cliff saying it's Monday morning. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It's just Cliff.
might be some vocal cord damage there.
Yeah.
Later down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Jersey Mike, manager.
Going to this one, who's the, in y'all's opinion, who's the hardest hitter on your team? Him?
Him or Zoo?
Well,
Well,
Zoom
or
just
Bean.
weighs a lot.
Yeah.
No, but
He's been sticking people in practice a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, true.
Is that the guy you don't want to meet in the hole? One-on-one?
Yeah,
Zoo?
him or Bean.
Yeah, I met him in the hole, and it
Well,
didn't feel very good.
But I mean, those linebacker drills,
Hey,
I'll be doing.
we be.
yeah,
Grant
he's
and
got a
Bean. It's
very low
going.
center of gravity. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely hits people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, some of those linebackers are a little bit shorter, who can pack a punch. That's
Gosh, you can't get lower than that.
bro, especially in high school.
Didn't Dat and Wynn go to A&M also?
He did. The
Yeah,
linebacker.
I remember he's one of those guys, shorter guy. Every time you make contact with him, you just get a headache just because of how short he is.
Yeah, he did. The legend that win. All right, who's the shiftiest guy? Who likes
Brian
Like,
Domino.
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
likes to
I
break
thought-
ankles. He's
Oh,
that dude
yeah.
on this team.
You won't touch
I
him
made
in
a good
open
fall
field.
today.
Yeah.
Woo. I mean, that's a solidified answer. Okay, fair enough.
I agree.
Who's the funniest on the team? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Zuber.
Depends on what it's with, but probably Zoo.
Zuber can make you laugh at any moment in time.
I'll be on the other side of the field, and they'll be doing like lineman stuff. I'll hear him talking the entire time and just still destroying people. Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Who's the guy always first in line for pregame meal?
Nathan.
Oh man!
No, first of all,
He just gets like
The 50 chicken nugget fighter.
no, Zuber will be first in line.
Yeah.
He comes to the coach's
Zuber loves
office
his food.
every single day, and he's like a vulture. He'll come in the coach's office, and he'll just he'll walk around the table a few times, circle around, and then he'll finally get up the courage to ask if we have any food in here. But yeah, Zub, if there is food available, he's going to be the first person to find it.
Yeah.
He will sniff it out.
What's the best pregame meal you've ever had?
It was
So
our
you can't
first one last year, I think.
What was it?
No, we
It was some good
We got
chicken.
steak one day.
We had steak.
That's what it was,
pretty
actually. Yeah.
Remember
Was it
my
against
freshman
KK?
year we had like kebabs or something with the steak and stuff? I remember
We
that.
did?
That stuff was good.
You got to talk into the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We had like the kebabs with like steak, you know?
You had
I don't,
kebabs?
dude. I don't
They're
remember
not
that.
bad.
I don't remember that at all.
I do.
I wouldn't hear
And then fajitas. We had fajitas that one year.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who thought that was
It was
good.
before COVID. We
Yeah.
used to eat in the cafe.
Let's do this. We'll go into that. Let's have a good time. One of the things I'd like to do is learn about like kind of the place and all this. But let's do it with food because food is every man's dream. So we're gonna first do this. We're gonna do like a fast food / restaurant draft. You get your pick. Where's the place you're going? Where's their pick? Because the NFL draft was a couple weeks ago. So you get your pick. We'll probably do like 2 rounds, 2 or 3. QB1, you will get your first pick.
Is it a snake
Like
draft?
just fast
Well-
food or just like restaurants?
No, we'll go regular draft. Fast food / restaurant. If you it's a restaurant like from around here, then you have to like kind of talk about it so people know what it is.
Favorite place around here? Probably Papado.
Papado?
Mm-hmm.
I have one up
Oh,
in Fort
yeah.
Worth. I don't think I've ever been to Papado.
Papado or Papacitos?
No.
he said
No.
It's a restaurant.
It's fast food
So
or
one of
restaurants.
each.
But
Yeah.
like if you have a restaurant, you kind of have to talk
I
about
got
it.
mine.
So what is it? Is it sea?
There's seafood.
Right. Yeah.
It's good though.
Salmon's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your one choice out of
Ew.
anything.
Yeah.
Or
Salmon?
or
No, you already picked it. Never mind.
Not-
All right,
more
going to,
fried
going to you. What's your one pick?
Beck's Prime.
What?
What's that?
Beck's Prime. It's off Highway 6.
Wait, where? Beck's Prime?
Beck's Prime.
That's near
It's one of the best burgers you can get in Sugarland. No, I'm so serious, bro. I will take you. I will take
second
you to
overall
it,
pick?
That's my bro. Because they have burgers, they got cheese fries, they got queso, they got steak. You can't miss with Beck's Prime,
You know who else has that? HEB. You make it yourself.
bro. Beck's Prime gets it to you quicker.
Yeah?
Hey, and their queso is fire.
Yeah? White cheddar queso from Costco. You're not going to beat it.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, going to you, man.
Whataburger, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the number
Solid.
one choice.
Yeah.
With Burger King as a honorable mention.
Oh no.
Unbeatable.
No.
40 nuggets and 4 sandwiches for $10.
$8.
Are you absolutely serious about
That's
this?
why it's so good.
I'm gonna speak this truthfully. I've
Milkshakes
done like
are
20
pretty
of these now. Not one person has ever said Burger King, and I think I think that's for a reason.
It's not my pick, but it's just.
I haven't been to Burger King in like
I've
20 years.
Exactly.
they got a good milkshake.
No, I shouldn't go. There's a reason I haven't been there in 20
100
years.
nuggets for $10.
I don't want 100 nuggets. Oh my goodness.
Anyways, so yours was Whataburger. All right, going to you.
It's got to be CC's.
Oh, that's another good one.
Okay, CC's. Okay, after practice, CC's is not terrible
The Saturday,
because the thing about it is, hey, the cinnamon rolls are that's where it is,
the macaroni cheese pizza.
and it's also kind of cheap now.
The cheesy garlic bread, too.
Right,
Oh.
and it's all you can eat. You get a
Yeah.
buffet.
For like $6.
Yeah, $8.
$10.
Bro,
Something like
oh, I
that.
know. All right, Coach, going to you.
Okay, a little bit different here.
Go for it.
I have a cheat day once a week because I'm normally a keto guy most of the time. But
Wow.
on my cheat day, I mean, I like to do it right.
Right.
So right now, I'm gonna shout out to the Grove Donuts in I guess it's Richmond over at Pecan Grove. They have these cronuts that are just phenomenal. They got like chocolate on top of them, and it's a croissant donut.
Oh,
What?
So you use croissant batter, and you fry it like a donut.
You put
So it's like a crumbly donut, and then they put all these different gourmet toppings on it. It's amazing. So the Grove at Pecan, the Grove donut. Yeah. Not just donuts too. They got other stuff,
They got
but
a lot
all
of
I eat is
stuff in
donuts there. So yeah, I'll put a.
That's your number one pick.
I love donuts.
I respect that.
I love them. Or I have to also say too, my wife makes cinnamon rolls every
Those are so good.
every
some of the best
Saturday.
cinnamon rolls.
So after the game, she'll make cinnamon rolls for the coaches and some other vultures that fly around here and try to eat them. But soup. But yeah, I do love my wife's cinnamon rolls. So
Shout out to her. For me, I will say, like, I don't know why. Like, I think Lopez's down here is really good Mexican food. That's probably my pick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a must when I'm down here. Yeah, that's like that is up here. I'll say like Jose's in College Station is really, really good too.
On the border in College Station. You don't know that one?
I know
on
it.
the border is a chain. That's like Chili's.
No, but there's one in like College Station that's better than the rest.
No.
What? It's not a chain, is it?
That's
It
like
absolutely is
saying
a chain.
that's like saying the Doritos in College Station are better than the Doritos here.
Oh. Well,
They make chips.
No,
They
we
do?
need the brownie.
Yeah.
in
I'm
there.
talking about like the
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that one's good.
There's many on the Boulder. I don't even know where is on the
There's not
Boulder.
even close to you.
I do
They
not.
do have good. On the border does have good chips. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but
Right,
but it's the same.
but all right.
border.
That's the only one I've been to. So like,
There's many. There's probably one around here. Go find one.
TGI Fridays. I love that TGI Fridays in Waco. You been the one in Waco? Man,
What about the one in Albuquerque?
I haven't. I'll try it though.
But
when
yeah,
I'm there.
Lopez's, it's a must every time I go down to Sugarland. So that's probably where I'm going after this. Go by there. Shout out to them. Going to your second pick. We'll do one more round. Going to you. What's your pick?
Jersey Mike's.
Good pick. Good pick.
Good pick.
Good pick.
That is one of the top tier sandwich spots around town. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Great pace.
Our center is actually a worker there. So
Really?
Yeah.
Makes
shout out
sense.
to Clifton Sake.
Shout out Cliff Self.
That is the second. I've been to now 2 schools with people that work at Jersey Mike's now. So that's
Yeah.
insane.
Mhm.
They're great people.
for like 2 years.
Yeah, great people. Great sandwiches. You're going to now. Let's do more fast food so everyone can like actually talk about it.
Then I'm gonna go with Cane's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought about Chick-fil-A. but
Depends on the
I
day.
went with Cane's. It does depend on the day a little bit. Sundays I'm going Cane's, but
Why does it depend on the day?
because Chick-fil-A is closed,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cane's is always.
And I think it's 2 different types of chicken too. Like I know
Right.
it's both fried, but it's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Different
2 different
bread.
types. Right.
Definitely
Right.
different
Right.
And
Good point.
fries.
Good.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
good.
go Cane's. Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. Good choice.
You
You
go with Luby's.
Hey, as weird as that answer is,
It's
Okay.
good.
okay,
It's
No.
right.
Is-
I don't think I've ever been to
as
chicken fried steak.
as strange as that is coming from, how old are you?
17.
Coming from a 17-year-old.
17. It's actually
I'm-
so good.
I'm not gonna bash it.
It's just never.
As a kid, I remember after going to church on Sunday, going to the Luby's, getting fried fish with tartar sauce, the square one, not the round one. You know what I'm talking about. But if I went to Luby's today, I would get fried fish with tartar sauce, mashed
Okay.
potato, the square one,
We don't like this.
Yeah,
give
not-
us this whole
yeah.
menu, this whole order.
and probably strawberry shortcake for dessert. So
Gotta go with the blue jello.
Okay, I will say this before I have to restart the thing. Luby's, there's one right by my house, and I always went with my mom when I was younger. So like it is good, but like
Why?
there's just you never hear of that.
no, you don't.
It's just one of those unspoken things, I guess.
How many? Okay, when's the last time you went to Luby's?
Like football season, a little bit.
No.
Yeah, we went with Owen one day.
Yeah, we went with
Brothers, probably 3 weeks ago.
Where even is Luby's?
Just you and your brothers?
And some friends.
Oh,
All right, your pick.
Although it's a more expensive fast food place, I think Five Guys deserves to be in the draft.
I haven't had Five Guys in years.
Their Cajun fries, never had anything like
Better
it.
burgers. I'm kidding.
Big fan.
I have no idea what to say now.
Yeah,
They've all been taken.
Technically, Burger King hasn't been taken.
Jack in the Box.
I would go Jack in the Box over
Wendy's?
Burger King.
I would too.
Oh, yeah.
Wendy's, I've never been in.
Wendy's?
Years.
I think Jack in the Box still does the 5 tacos for $5.
Ooh, I may have to look into that.
Yeah, if you like a bargain, there you go.
Thank you. Oh, is that going to be your pick?
Wendy's.
You want me? Hey, you want me? Do you want me to do one and then you can come back to it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Underrated one. You ready? You ready? Sonic. Boom.
Oh, yeah. Good chicken sandwich.
Good everything.
Great tots.
You're right.
Yep.
Never
Sonic.
go wrong. Their service
hey,
though,
Chick-
service I've never seen anything worse though.
Said.
Some of them. One by my house.
True.
Horrible.
Their
But
ice cream machine's always broken.
you see,
No,
that's
that's
what.
McDonald's.
No,
Yes.
like actually.
Well, both.
But you got to go like in the middle of the day after like 11.
Happy hour.
Like
Happy hour.
Yeah.
3:30 to 4.
Yeah, you can't get ice cream like late at night because then they'll just
No.
stop serving it because
Yeah.
they don't want to do it.
That's when I go.
But yeah, Sonic underrated. Yeah, Powerade slush all the
pick.
way. So, thank you. Yeah, that's your last choice.
I'm still nowhere closer.
Uh,
Yeah, but Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is you can't go wrong there.
you really can't.
Especially their breakfast too.
No,
Chicken minis?
Like the bowls,
Yeah.
Oh.
I kind of have to narrow my.
Who gets
Hey.
I'm kind of limited diet wise, so I'm just such a pure clean eater.
Yep.
That's sarcasm, ladies and gentlemen.
Cronuts.
For me, for fast food breakfast, I think you gotta go McDonald's. McDonald's breakfast,
Their hash browns. Oh.
like
Hey.
McGriddle, a McGriddle,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's max, bro.
You know, McDonald's employs like world class chefs to create those menu items.
Oh,
no
absolutely.
joke. Now, the ingredients may not be the best quality, but they make it taste good.
They do.
You have to give
Burger-
it
Burger King
whatever
chicken
you
nuggets.
get. Whatever you get at McDonald's is going to taste good, other than the McRib.
The McRib.
Not a
Don't
McRib
know
guy,
that.
but I'll even eat the fillet of fish. I'm not gonna lie, it's good.
My
Have you had
friends-
it?
No, I've just heard.
I
My
no
friend-
I've
intentions.
heard good things.
My
Give it a dance.
My friend's a
You had the
McRib
Burger
guy.
King chicken nuggets?
I don't know how. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not in the McRib cult. But if there were a fillet of fish cult, I'd be in that.
Fair enough.
Provided that the fillet of fish is purchased around noon or 5, because if you get it at off hour, it's been sitting there, and
It's probably been sitting there regardless.
you could be.
But it's also the mentality, the placebo effect. You think it's happened, then you're straight.
Brand new fresh fish.
I haven't had a fillet of fish in like
Yeah.
a decade, but last time I did, it was good.
You remember that?
Yeah, fair enough. All right. We'll do a couple more questions, just more kind of serious, and then we'll wrap it up because y'all can go home and actually enjoy y'all's weekend. We'll do this. Some of y'all come at different times. Coming in, coming into the school. Some here, some there. How would you describe the culture that is set here? I mean, it takes time to build a culture, right? But I mean, how would you define the culture here at Fort Bend? And if you could talk to someone about it.
So I came from Foster, which is a pretty big football school, and the way that they did things there is a little different than here. Here, I'd say it's more supportive in a way, more like uplifting. They want you to do better. Coach Black, he wants you to be a better man. It's like that here, but it's more about football there rather than it is here.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to y'all?
I came to FBC as a 6th grader, played football throughout middle school. And I distinctly remember my freshman year, after our first game of the year against Brazos High School. We were at Brazos, lost the game pretty bad. Coach Black addresses the freshmen, and he goes, "This is y'all's he's like, "This is y'all's culture to change," and that's just something that's kind of stuck with me throughout these past couple of years, and it's crazy to see what we've done just in these past 2 years. After making Coach Black the head coach, it's drastic, and it's something it's going to be permanent. It's a permanent culture change, and I'm looking forward to this next season.
Yeah. You're going to be a junior?
I'll be a senior.
So how excited are you now to be that senior leader for this team? I mean, that's a lot, having those shoes to fill, do this. What's your mindset going into your senior year?
I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to suit up for the first home game, my last home game. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be exciting. And I think we're going to shock a lot of people. I think even though after the year we've already had, I think schools have already kind of written us off based off what we have leaving. but they don't know what we're doing this offseason. They don't know how hard we're working in the weight room. They don't know what we're doing on the field. And it's going to be a different Fort Bend team that they're going to see when we suit up next year.
Absolutely. Great answer, man. Going to you.
So I came here last year from Ridgepoint, and the culture is vastly different. Our coaches aren't just going to make you a great football player, but they're going to get the best out of you as a man, as a whole, and just teach you everything they know.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, going to you, man.
I came here in my freshman year, and I mean, it kind of said it all, but the culture was – I had heard things about the previous season and things like that, and it's just been nothing like that since then. And if anything, it's just increased, and I can't wait to see how it's going to be this year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, Coach. Coming in, you haven't – no matter what coach comes in, you are going to have – you have to bring in what you want, bring in the culture you want. How was that change for you having to bring in – and what do you think – what's the standard here? How would you describe the culture that you've created here?
I don't think it's created yet. It's a work in progress. I think – anytime you change a culture, it's going to take time. Yep. If somebody has a quicker way to change a culture, I would like to read that book or whatever. But it's a process, and we're getting there. And the thing is, I try to tell these guys, I want to give them advice that I wish somebody gave me when I was a player. Yeah. We talk about you have nerves on Friday night. How do you respond to that? And, a lot of times, what I tell these guys here is, respond to that by going full speed.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do, because the way that humans operate, when they're nervous or whatever, they're actually going to do the opposite. They're going to slow down. They're going to just make themselves more vulnerable. So we want to single out those moments where nerves can get to us, where fear can get to us, and we want to start attacking that and practicing that. So that way, when it comes up in a game, when we're deep in the playoffs, we're not worried about nerves anymore. We're just responding with speed and effort. So if I can figure out a way to make guys give as much effort as they can on every play, we'll be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. How excited are you for next season? How excited are you to get these guys in ready to go over the summer? How excited are you just for this off season and going into the next year?
I mean, I love the summertime. I get to know who my players are. When we lift, I lift with them. I don't do as much running with them, but I'm thinking I might run a little bit with them this year. But my philosophy with leadership is I'm never going to tell somebody to do something that I'm not willing to do myself.
Yeah.
But no, I like getting to know these. I want to create a family atmosphere, and I want everybody to go through. It's a shared experience, and I'm going to share in that with them. I want them to feel that they're overcoming something. I want them to see how much stronger they're getting. I want them to, we're all invested together. We're all a part, and I think if we can bring ourselves together and rally around stuff like that, it's just going to be a much more cohesive, effective unit on Friday nights.
Absolutely. How, adding on to that, that mindset of like you said, doing, I'm never going to let someone else do that I can't do myself, how, him being there with y'all, running with y'all, training with y'all, what does that speak to, the culture here? What are y'all thoughts basically about that?
I'll talk first on this. It's major. It's when we're doing barbell reverse lunges and you look over to your right and I see Coach Black doing it with me. I'm like, hey, if he's doing it, let's go. He's doing it quicker than some people. I'm like, hey, let's go. Let's get it. Or when he's deadlifting 650,
700.
All right, it's crazy. And so to see that he still is how do I want to say this? Right. Every single day, he gets the best out of us.
Yeah, I think that's something I've learned from when I was in high school. We had our new coach came in my sophomore year, and it took time to grow that culture. And I mean, probably being real, when I was a senior, right? I helped that culture move, but I probably wasn't even the best for that because I've been used to other things, being real. But seeing the success now, you see those freshmen and those other guys that were in middle school now being juniors and seniors, and now, see them going as far as they could do. You can see the culture is put in that, you put in, it just takes time. You're not also, I don't question to you, and then you can talk about, whatever, more in detail, but you're not just a one-man band, even though it sometimes feels like it. You have your coaching staff around you. Talk about those guys in this coaching staff, what they mean to you, and what do they mean to this team.
Yeah, so good leadership means that you recognize the talents and the abilities that others have and let them do what they're good at instead of trying to micromanage everything. I don't try to micromanage everything. As far as this football team is concerned, when it comes to lifting, strength and conditioning, that's my deal. When it comes to offensive line, that's my responsibility. But when it comes to coaching up Brady how to be a better quarterback, that's Carp. That's his deal. Calling plays, for the most part, I don't think I have in 2 years overruled a play that's been called. Same thing with Baptiste. He's our defense coordinator. I let him call the defense. So there's a reason that those positions. There's a reason why they call him an offensive coordinator. There's a reason why they call him a defensive coordinator. So I want to get people in there that can do that, so I don't have to. I want to be able to focus my attention on the things that I'm good at. So I'm going to recognize. We brought in a DB coach, Treston DeCowd, who played for the Texans and the Cowboys. Hopefully, he knows corner better than I do, so he can coach the corners instead of me having to get involved. So I pick guys like that who I know can do a good job and that are doing a good job, and I let them do their thing. And I think that's how we're going to be successful by. Staying in our own lane. And then when we come together as a coaching staff, everybody collaborates on game plan and preparation and stuff like that. But that's kind of how I view it.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to hear it from y'all's perspective too. Talk about your position coach. Each of y'all probably have a guy that you work with more than the others. So talk about that guy individually and just what do they mean to you and this team. So you can start us off.
So Coach Carp, offensive coordinator, works with me at quarterback. He's helped a lot. He taught me the whole offense. So if he wasn't there, then I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
So he's helped me with some little minor stuff with throwing and whatever. But other than that, is just learning the offense and helping me with my reads and just stuff like that, like learning how to play the position.
Right, absolutely. Going to y'all?
For me, it's Coach Thompson. He's our linebacker coach. We brought him in last year. He gets after us and he makes us a ton better. We're physical every day, every day. Nothing short of it at all. We like to hit hard in practice. He coaches us up really well. He gets on us when he needs to, and he gets us better all around.
Going to you, man?
For me, it's Coach Baptiste. He's a great guy. He's very loud, and his energy is contagious. Makes other guys want to be loud.
Yeah.
And
If you do everything right, I guarantee you it'll quiet down.
he's loud regardless.
That's
very honest.
That's such a head coach answer, but yes.
He's very honest when he needs to be. He just gets the best out of you.
Absolutely. Going to you, man?
Like Brady mentioned, Coach Carp, he just kind of coaches you up, make sure you got the offense down, know your routes, run them to the depth. But talking about Coach Baptiste, he's loud, but he's a really good coach. And kind of about all these coaches, as much as good as you can say about them on the field, they're great guys off the field. You can just always talk to.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I really have that many more questions unless you have anything else you want to add. Anyone else? Y'all good? All right. That's really it for me. Appreciate y'all letting me come down here. It's always a great time down here. Wish you all the best in the season, the off season, all of that. And I'll for sure probably come down here sometime soon. So, yeah. And thank you.